Most men never question what's happening to them, they just accept it. The drop in energy, the loss of drive, the change in performance. It gets labeled as aging, and once that label sticks, people stop looking deeper. They stop asking better questions. They stop searching for solutions. But here's the truth that rarely gets said clearly. What you're experiencing is not simply age catching up to you. It's your body adapting to years of specific patterns, long hours of sitting, limited movement, poor activation of key muscle groups, shallow breathing, and inconsistent recovery. These patterns slowly rewire how your body functions. Muscles that should be active become dormant. Circulation becomes less efficient. Nerve communication weakens. Hormonal signals don't travel the way they used to, and the result feels like decline. But decline is not the same as damage. And more importantly, it's not permanent. My name is Dr. Vera from Dr. Vera Wellness, and I work as a professional in men's sexual health and performance. What I focus on is helping men understand what's actually happening inside their bodies, beyond surface-level advice and quick fixes. Because when you understand the mechanism, the solution becomes clear. Not complicated, just precise. Let's break this down in a way that actually makes sense. Inside your body, there are a few systems that must work together seamlessly for strong stamina, consistent performance, and overall vitality. Your muscular system, your circulatory system, your nervous system, and your hormonal system. When these systems are aligned, everything feels natural. You don't think about it, you just feel capable. But when even one of these systems falls out of alignment, the effects start to show. For most men, the first issue begins with muscle inactivity, not weakness, inactivity. There's a difference. A muscle doesn't have to be weak to stop doing its job. It just has to stop being used correctly. Over time, your glutes, one of the most important muscle groups in your body, become less responsive. This usually happens because of prolonged sitting. Hours in a chair every day gradually teach your body to switch off those muscles. When your glutes stop activating properly, something important happens. Blood flow to your lower body becomes less efficient. And this isn't just about movement or strength. This directly impacts performance in ways most men don't connect. Now add another layer to this. Your hip flexors, the muscles at the front of your hips, begin to tighten from all that sitting. When they tighten, they limit mobility and create tension in the pelvic region. This tension restricts natural movement and affects how blood circulates through that area. At the same time, your deep core muscles, muscles you don't even see, start losing coordination. These muscles are responsible for stabilizing your body and supporting proper nerve function. When they aren't engaged, nerve signals don't travel as efficiently. Communication between your brain and your body becomes less precise. And then there's the hormonal side of things. Your brain relies on physical signals from your body to regulate hormone production. When your body isn't moving with intensity or control, those signals weaken. It's not that your body suddenly stops producing what it used to. It simply stops receiving the message that it needs to. So what looks like a hormonal issue often starts as a physical one. And that's where most men go wrong. They try to fix a mechanical problem with non-mechanical solutions. They look for shortcuts, supplements, or temporary fixes without addressing the root cause. But once you correct the mechanics, your body starts correcting itself. That's why what I'm about to show you matters. These are not random exercises. They are specific, targeted movements designed to reactivate the exact systems that tend to shut down over time. You don't need a gym, you don't need equipment, and you don't need hours of training. You need the right movements, done in the right way, in the right sequence. The first movement focuses on reactivating blood flow. You lie on your back, knees bent, feet flat on the ground. From there, you press through your heels and slowly lift your hips upward. At the top, you pause. Not for a split second, but long enough to feel your muscles fully engage. That pause is where the change begins. It forces your body to redirect blood into areas that have been undersupplied for a long time. Done consistently, this simple movement starts restoring circulation in a way that feels subtle at first, but builds over time. Then comes a movement that most people underestimate because it doesn't look intense. You stand with your feet wider than your shoulders and lower your body as if you're sitting into an invisible chair. And then you hold. No movement, just controlled tension. This kind of static hold builds a different kind of strength, one that supports endurance and stability at a deeper level. While you hold, your breathing becomes important. Slow, controlled breaths signal your body to relax stress responses and support better hormonal balance. After that, you move into a deeper, more demanding position, a full squat, but not the shallow version most people do. This is about depth and control, lowering yourself slowly, reaching a position where your body is fully engaged, and then rising back up with intention. This movement sends a strong signal through your entire system. It tells your body that you are still capable of powerful, coordinated movement, and your body responds to that signal. Next, you introduce motion again, but with precision, stepping forward into a lunge, lowering down, and then moving into the next step. Each repetition stretches and activates muscles that are directly connected to circulation in your lower body. It's not about speed. It's about control and range. With each step, you're encouraging blood to move more freely through pathways that may have been restricted. And finally, you bring everything together with a movement that looks simple, but is incredibly effective when done correctly. Lying on your back again, you extend one arm and the opposite leg at the same time, keeping your core engaged and your lower back stable. This movement reconnects your deep core with your overall movement pattern. It restores coordination between different parts of your body. It sharpens the communication between your brain and your muscles. Individually, each of these movements does something important. But together, and done in the right order, they create a complete system reset. You begin by activating circulation, then you build endurance, then you trigger strength and hormonal response, then you enhance movement and flow, and finally, you restore control and coordination. This sequence matters more than most people realize, because your body doesn't just respond to what you do, it responds to how you do it. And when you follow this consistently, even for just a short amount of time each day, the changes start to build. Not overnight, not instantly, but steadily, and more importantly, naturally. You start to feel more connected to your body again. Movement feels easier, energy becomes more consistent, and performance, something many men assume is gone, begins to return in a way that feels real, not forced. Now here's something I want you to think about honestly. Out of everything you just heard, which part have you been ignoring? Is it movement? Is it consistency? Or is it the belief that nothing can change? Because the truth is, most men don't fail because they can't improve. They fail because they never give their body the right conditions to improve. So if you've been waiting for something to change, this is where it starts. Not with a drastic overhaul, not with extreme effort, just with the right approach. And if you stay consistent with it, your body will do what it was always designed to do: adapt, respond, and improve. That hasn't changed.